Okay, here's a fast look at the materials that make up the mass-produced Qubeley. The head unit, there we go. You can see its cockpit is certainly longer than the Mark II version, and its head. I'm not sure if you can see the eyes, but the eyes are actually discernible with a sort of clear red look to them. Kind of interesting. Anyhow, it's the head unit. I already showed you the funnel unit because I ran out of space. The actual legs are still part of both machines, but this front skirt is different, and actually the side skirts as well are different, but very, very minor way. And it's Attack of the Cat again. This is the side skirt to the Mark II version. The only difference is this little ridge here. It doesn't have it there. That's the only difference. I'm getting attacked, or my cat is attacking the beam saber. Stop attacking beam saber's cat. Anyhow, the legs are the pointed toe version. Kind of cool looking. I know there are some Gundams that have this. I've always liked that. It looks kind of funky. The ankle skirts, more pronounced, extended. The arms, I think the only really big difference are these sort of weird wires. The smaller parts, just the back part of the leg. I don't even know what to call these things on the binders. The exhaust ports? I don't know. The air intakes? I'm not sure. Sort of shoulder pad things? Number 12. Yeah. And something very different from the other Qubeley models is that I actually have shoulder cannons. So this is what a shoulder cannon looks like. Not too bad. Anyways, I'll transform now. Okay, I'm back with the AMX-004G mass production type Neo-Zeon Qubeley Insurrection Core. Whew, big name. Anyhow, this was a pain in the neck to transform or put together or create from the parts that happen to be this machine. Also, I had made a mistake. I had said those little things were shoulder pads, but yeah, of course they're knee pads. They replaced the big pointy things. I definitely prefer the big pointy things, don't you? Those little knee pads just look like someone who's playing cricket or something like that. Anyhow, what's different? Some interesting things and some stupid things. One of I think the stupid things are, I guess you have to be as realistic as possible, is I had replaced these back thrusters, which are 4, with the back thrusters which happen to be 3. That's one change. And another big change that turned out to be the biggest pointless change of them all was changing these air intakes from the front binder. You can see right there. And what's the difference? Well, these are horizontal and these are vertical. Yeah, and that was worth all the effort to do that. And the worst thing about it is to replace these two little things, you have to take apart the binders, open up the back, throw these on, close the back, and all that stuff actually loosened up those ball joints there, making this thing now really, really loose. Just one transformation. I mean, really? What happens if I want to switch this back again? It's just going to make it twice as loose, and the thing won't even stay up after that. That is a huge bad point. if anyone ever wants to get this, don't replace these air intakes. Seriously, it's not worth it. It's not worth your time, and it's not worth the effort, especially with what happens to the joints once you're done with it. So obviously the articulation doesn't change, so what I'll do is I'll just do a spin around so you can see what it looks like in its massiveness. Yeah, it's a lot larger, obviously. It's got flaring bell bottoms now, and those cannons. What do they call those cannons? I've got it here. They're the active cannons. I don't know why they're active, but the way that it had said is I'm supposed to actually stick them on the back hanging down, which doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me, since you can't shoot anything unless it's behind you and under you. But they do have joints, and they are movable and they are spinnable, but they don't actually go over the shoulder, which is what they're supposed to be doing, if I remember the animation correctly. So who knows what they're there for. Anyhow, I need to reassess this, being that I had originally said it's not too bad for a toy. No. I guess you could play with it for a day, but these joints, they'll crap out on you quickly. They're not gonna stay stiff enough to be able to hold any sort of pose. So this is not really much of a toy anymore, and just gonna have to be a display piece. They give you the stand, obviously for a reason. They want you to show people it, but show, don't touch. Go back in place and look pretty again, or put the other one extended. I don't know, whichever one is prettier, it's up to me, I guess. There we go. So it's nice to have this. I mean, seriously, I don't have this in any other form. I know the resin kits had a conversion kit for the I think it was the high grade. It might be the master grade, but one of the two. I think it was the high grade, because they had made the master grade of the Mark II a long time after. But I think the high grade had a conversion kit for this, which I would have bought if I could have, but I haven't seen it for sale for years. Anyways, that's what it looks like, and it's starting to spin on its own, but not really. So what are my final thoughts about this? Well, it's nice to have this in my collection, obviously, and if I were to display this, I can't because I don't have any space. If I were to display this, I would definitely display this form, since there's really no other legal way of getting this unless you want to do some really huge mod work on one of your Mark IIs. So definitely pick this up if you can. And I had never mentioned how much this actually cost me when I had bought it, but at the time it retailed for 4,500 yen. I guess I can show you the box if I can get it in. There it is. Yeah, it retailed for 4,500 yen, and I'm pretty sure I bought it for that exact amount, because I think I was there maybe the first or second day it came out, because I'm a freak. But if you can find it, eBay or Yahoo Auctions or whatever, I would recommend it. I mean, who doesn't want a mass-produced Qubeley for their collection? I mean, seriously. But you can't make it as a toy, and just has to be a display piece. And if I think of anything else, I'll add to this video. But if not, peace out. Thank you very much for watching.